Welcome to today's Friday Fun Fold video. In today's video I'm going to show you how to make this cute little Matchbook gift card holder. You just pull the top flap open and inside there's an envelope, and when you pull on the tag you can have your gift card inside. So why don't we get started? First thing you're going to need to do is grab yourself a paper trimmer with a scoring blade, and you're going to need a piece of pretty and pink cardstock that's 3 3/4 inch by 11 5/8 of an inch. You want to align your cardstock with the top edge of your paper trimmer, and you want to score it at 1 inch, 6 3/8 of an inch, and 6 5/8 of an inch. Once you've done that, you can set your paper trimmer aside with the scoring blade. Now grab yourself a bone folder, and you're going to crease along the score lines that you just created. So there's my 1 inch line, and then I'm just going to turn this way, and I'm going to crease along the 6 3/8 inch line. Now before I do that, I'm going to make sure the edges of my cardstock are aligned, just in case my crease line wasn't perfectly straight. For the 1/4 inch fold here, where I scored now against the 6 5/8 inch, you have to be a little bit more careful when you approach this fold. Because it is so narrow, it can tend to move where you don't want it. So this is what it's going to look like now. You'll notice that this is just a little bit shorter than the score line. Once you've done that, you're going to grab yourself a piece of designer paper that's 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4 inches. You're going to put some snail along the back of the designer paper. This is from the Kaleidoscope collection. And you want to center it on the front flap of your gift card holder. Now, before I go any further, I want to stamp my happy birthday greeting right along here. So to do that, I'm going to open this up, and then I'm going to bring the front around this way, so you can see it like that. I'm going to take a Stamp-A-Majig, because it's much easier to stamp your greetings straight that way. And then I'm going to ink up my stamp in basic black classic ink and very carefully stamp down, just like that. So now when you fold it up again, you've got your greeting going in the right direction. Now I'm going to take my front piece, which I already previously colored and decorated, and I'm going to add some snail adhesive to the back of it. And I'm also going to take a little bit of sticky strip and put a little bit on the top. Now the reason I'm doing this is that as you open and close the top flap of the Matchbook, the cardstock bends a little bit, and if it's not really well secured, it'll tend to pop off. So I'm now going to center and stick that down, just like that. Now let's set this aside for a minute, and I'm going to grab one of Stampin' Up's small open-ended envelopes. As you can see, I've already gone ahead and punched a balloon and colored it in with a watercolor Wonder crayon, and then added some Dazzling Diamonds glitter to it. Now I'm going to need a paper trimmer, and this time I'm going to be using the cutting blade. And where the opening of the envelope is, that's the end that I want to trim. So I want to cut this at about 5 1/8 of an inch. So you've now cut off the top. So put your paper trimmer aside and grab yourself a wide oval punch. Oops, my paper trimmer just went flying. Now, what you're going to want to do, you're going to want to grab your punch upside down, but you're also going to need to flip your envelope upside down. And then you're going to slide your wide oval punch inside, and being careful to center it, you're now going to punch a half oval. So this is what it's going to look like. Once you've done that, you can grab your Matchbook cover again, and you want to tuck your envelope inside. You just want to make sure that it's centered. I'm now going to grab a regular stapler and I'm going to staple the bottom of my matchbook. Now this will secure the envelope in place and it'll hold this little flap down, allowing me to tuck the front cover inside. So you can see as I open this what I mean by bending the cardstock a little bit. So let me put this to the side for a minute, and I'm now going to grab my tag piece. So this is a piece of Pretty in Pink cardstock that is 3 1/4 by 4 3/4 inches. Now I also want a piece of Pink Passion cardstock, and all I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take my paper trimmer and I'm going to score a line down the middle. And it doesn't particularly matter where it is, it just has to be approximate center. I'm now going to grab my wide oval punch again, and I want to center that score line. I don't know if you can see that kind of centered in there, in the window of my punch. And then I'm going to punch out a wide oval. Now the reason I did that is because it now makes it a lot easier to fold over the edge of my pink tag. So I'm going to take my snail adhesive again, and I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the inside of my oval piece, and I'm just going to visually center it along the top of my tag and then squeeze it shut to stick it down. Now I'm going to grab my crocodile, and I want to use the largest hole to punch a hole through that half oval. You're now going to grab a pewter jumbo eyelet, and you're just very gently going to work it into that hole. Now it can be a little bit stiff, and if you have to, you could take your paper trimmer and just widen that hole a little bit if you're finding that it's not sliding in easily. There we go. That's a lot better. Once you've done that, make sure that you are on the A1 setting, and you're going to use your crocodile, you can see, and gently squeeze until you've set your eyelet. Now grab yourself a 6-inch piece of taffeta ribbon, fold it in half, and then fold it in half once again so it looks like that. You're going to flip your tag over and feed it through the back so that it now looks like this. And I'm going to open up the loop in the front and tuck my ribbon ends in just like that, and then I'm going to pull tight so you can see your ribbon. Now just take a pair of paper snips and trim your ribbon ends on an angle, and you're done your tag. So now grab yourself your gift card, and you can use mini glue dots, and then I'm just going to press my gift card onto one mini glue dot, and then I'm going to center and stick it to my tag. And that'll hold it in place, but it won't make it too hard for them to pull it off. So once you've done that, you can now tuck your tag into your envelope, and you're done your Matchbook gift card holder. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I look forward to stamping with you again.